All right, guys. So finally, we've finally got in touch, me and Dexter, and got this video interview on the way. It was a bit of a hit and miss, And look, one thing I like about people is that they show up when it's time to show up, and Dexter and myself have made this happen. We're putting in the work. He's going to tell me a little bit about his knowledge and thoughts about crypto, the metaverse. We're going to do the whole nine yards, and then we're going to wrap it up. And he's going to discuss about his upcoming event, as you know, all on LinkedIn. That's only just round the corner. So Dexter, first things first, bro. Is how's things going? And welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you for the invite. It's my pleasure. I am ecstatic, to say the least, but I would say I am exhausted already. But
Look,
I think I'm running on
business and
adrenaline.
entrepreneur is non-stop. It's always on the go. You know that. I know that. And a lot of people who are watching this video will know that it's non-stop in the entrepreneurial world. Would you agree?
I mean, totally agree. I mean, when I mean it's non-stop, I mean it's what you make it. It's a
Yeah.
cliche saying of life is what you make it, but when you're an entrepreneur, you really understand it. So whatever you
Yeah.
make, that is your life. Do you know what I mean? I always say that one of my sayings, I would say one of my sayings as an entrepreneur is life is a question and
That's
how
right.
you live it is the answer. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Life is
yeah.
a question and how
Your
you live
legacy is your
life is
goal, isn't
your
it?
answer. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah.
Your legacy. So we're gonna go down to the questions, and I'm sure a lot of people are psyched up to watch this, and it's gonna probably get a good amount of reach. First things first, Dexter, is tell us a little bit about yourself, mate. Tell us, I know that you've been doing a lot around financial education, teaching the youngsters of today to really, become educated in this area. There's so much to say, mate, but first things first, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, me in a nutshell is I'm a thoroughbred, born bred through and through entrepreneur. You know, I've actually only had one job ever in my whole life.
Right.
I've registered companies for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I've employed, hundreds of people, given hundreds and thousands of people opportunities in terms of internships, sponsorships, work experience, mentorships. So a lot
Mhm.
of ships, you know what I mean? I feel like I need to buy a cruise ship. You
It
know what I
will
mean?
come, that.
So it will come, it will come. You get me, God willing. So
God willing.
throughout my journey of being an entrepreneur, I've dabbled in a lot of different sectors.
Yeah.
And it's basically been the sectors that understand that it's a part of life. So that
Yeah.
is the clothing sector, that is the education sector, that is the food sector. And now I would even say I'm going into the Web3 and financial education side of things.
That's what
But
we're going to talk about
we're
because
going to
look,
get to
in
there, yeah. Mm.
today we see the youth of today, they're coming out of school, right? I know we're going to touch upon this, but we're coming out of school with no financial education, totally, relying on mummy and daddy's pocket money. I mean, I did it when I was young, right? When I came out of school, that it was hard. We always wanted the next new shiny thing, and people didn't know how to get it right. People got jealous or left out that they couldn't get their
Yeah,
next night trainers or whatever.
yeah.
And I know you're doing a lot around financial education, teaching people how to save, how to build their wealth. What's the one thing you can tell my audience that has taught you something about that?
One thing I could say to your audience when it comes to financial education is
Yeah,
understanding money. So when you understand that money is man-made and God
yeah,
only created humans and ideas. So if you've got an idea, you don't
yeah,
actually need money to bring it to life. You need people. Do you understand?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
when it first all started, it was what do you own? What skill set do you have that you can trade with me? That's what life's about. Life's about trading. Trading love, trading value, trading knowledge, trading skill sets. But somewhere along the line, money got involved and it controls each of us. It controls our emotions, it controls our
Very
thoughts.
true.
And therefore, if you're not educated about it, you will get lost in the chasing of money and lose yourself lose your mind, and probably lose all your money.
It's true, bro. It's true. So why crypto? Why metaverse? And what got you really, one day you woke out of bed and you thought, wow, this is changing, the world, or what got you psyched up in this area and so forth?
Well, open and honestly, when it comes to crypto, blockchain, NFTs and stuff, Web3 space in general, I have to pay homage to the man himself, Gary V. I'm actually so grateful that he follows me on lots of my social medias. I've had one-on-ones with him, FaceTimes, etc. But him pouring into his socials, that has made me follow him for the last 8 years. When he told me to jump in terms of get involved in NFTs, he's about to launch VFriends, that's when I got involved. I got involved heavily, and I was very fortunate to be involved in the bull run of the NFT space, made quite a bit of money, but also, which is more important, I got educated on the space. So now that it's gone into a bear market, a lot of people are saying it was a scam. A lot of people are saying, it was a one-off. A lot of people are misinformed. Whereas I now feel very, very educated to understand why I believe crypto is going to be the future. And CBDC, to say the least, is actually here now. It's not the future. It's here now. So with the lack of education around CBDC, for those that don't know, it is a centralized central banking digital currency. For those of you that don't understand that, unfortunately, you're probably gonna get indoctrinated into that money system again and be controlled. So,
Powerful.
yeah.
Powerful. And there's a saying, right? We always learn a lot during a bear market, and we get the books out, we start educating ourselves, and we start to learn more about what's going on in the space. Would you agree?
Well, I would say most people. No, or should I say some people? Because majority of people are sheeps and followers. So therefore, when it took the dip, a lot of people started talking about it's a scam, it's a rare.
Yeah.
And
I heard that all the time.
Yeah, they turned their nose up to it. They turned the other direction. But there's something that I've learned in life, like very serious, something that I've learned in life, which is when everyone is investing in something,
yeah,
it's already too late. The saying that I've got taught by my mentor was, sorry, someone just ringing my phone.
It's all right.
The saying that I got taught from my mentor was to sell the, was it again? No.
Buy the dip, sell the rip.
Oh no, that's in that context. The context. Sorry, the saying that I got taught by my mentor was to buy the rumor and sell the news.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
by the
yeah.
time you hear the news, it's too late.
It's too late.
So you've got to be in it with the rumor. Do you understand? And the rumor is the knowledge that you're obtaining from being in the circles of study. So by the time it hits the news and everybody gets involved, that's the time you're cashing out. Do you see what I mean?
Where would you say we are now in crypto with that, right? Because like there looks like there's certain, I would call crypto very cyclical. Like it's very cyclical, right? Especially with the halvings, we tend to get, before it was ICOs, then it was NFTs, metaverse, the future is probably gaming and AI. Everything is cyclical to me, right? So where do you think we are now in this cyclical cycle? Do you think we're coming towards adoption? Do you think we're far away from adoption? Or do you think there's still a long way to go?
Well, this is my opinion. My opinion when it comes to the Web3 space, blockchain space is this. We used to be in the industrial age.
Yeah.
And then we moved into the information age. A lot of people are still stuck in the industrial age. Many people have moved over into the information age. But many people don't understand that we are actually in the creator age now. So it's time to stop learning. It's time to start implementing. It's time to start utilizing the knowledge that you've obtained. The reason why I say that is because it's happening now. There is no, this is how it's going to
Tomorrow.
be. There
Yeah.
is no, this is set in stone. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. Right now, everything's up in the air. And it's up to us creators to create the space, to create the metaverses, to create the correct coin. Because that's what the government are currently doing. They're in the process of regulating their coins. So we must be
Or the
doing the same
industry.
creators.
Mm.
We
Yeah.
must be regulating our coins, regulating our communities to be prepared for ownership. Because this is what I believe Web3 is truly about. Ownership
Right.
and creating your own.
Amazing. That's a good answer. And yeah, that really stuck into my head there. So you think where we are now is it's quite exciting, would you say? Is it an exciting? You're saying it's a creative economy. It's we need to build and build and build, right? We're all out there building. You're building your thing, and I know you got your event coming up. We're going to talk about that shortly. But do you think it's an exciting time now, Dexter? It
I
looks like
think
you're blown away when you're going to give me
I
that
think
answer, mate.
exciting is just the smallest word to use. Do you know what I mean? It's like exemplifying. Do you know what
Exemplify,
I
if
mean?
that's such a word. Yeah.
It's proper crazy where we are now. Like
Yeah.
I've grown up in a space, yeah. This is why I see life different. I've grown up in a space and a headspace of everything around you is
Yeah.
owned by someone. So a phone, a hat, a wire, a toothbrush, a calendar, a hanger, it's all owned and created by someone. So what have you created?
Mm.
What do you own? And now we've got this adoption of digital. What do
You
you
got a
own?
chance to own
What have you
something, don't
created?
you?
You've got a chance now.
You got a
You've
chance
got
now. Yeah.
platforms. Before
Yeah.
it was, oh, I wish I could get on the telly. I wish I
Yeah.
could get on the radio. I wish I could be in the newspapers. Now
Yeah.
our platforms
Yeah.
have got more consumers and more attention than TV and radio probably put together. And we're still not creating. We're still
Yeah.
complaining. We're still not owning. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So that's amazing. So the whole way you see it is the metaverse and crypto is the creator economy that we should have
Ooh,
ownership of
ooh,
something that
ooh.
really means something to us, right?
Yeah. This is our time. This is
This
the
is our
time where
time.
we mold things, where we
Yeah.
control things. Like
Yeah.
a small example is
So to the little guy, we're talking here, right? To
the
the little
little
guy that's
guy.
watching this. Yeah.
What? The little guy can own his name at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Because
In
it's
an
not about
NFT. Yeah.
signing up to an app, giving them your data, them
Yeah.
selling your data, getting income, and then the company they sold it to targeting you, then you
They
spending
made
money, they
millions.
getting money off your data.
Yeah.
You
They made
got
millions
nothing.
from you. Yeah. You got
They make
nothing. Yeah. You
millions.
got zero. Yeah.
But that is where the non-caring person don't care because
Yeah.
they're unaware of their value.
True.
That's the serious part.
So you think
The
people are sleeping still? Or do you
what?
think people are
They're not
waking up?
sleeping. They're just. I wouldn't say dead because they're walking. They're
Yeah.
walking zombies, and
Right.
it is not even their fault because they have been indoctrinated. They have been manipulated. They have been
This is deep.
programmed into
Yeah.
becoming consumers. They've been programmed, and we have too. But I wouldn't say unfortunate because I'm very fortunate. Fortunately for me, I broke out the matrix years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
consume as much. Like
Yeah.
I wear my hats. I made this. I wear my
I'm a hat
clothes.
man.
I made this. I'm drinking out of my cup. I made this. Like
Nice.
I don't play about. I need to use what I made and sell what I
So
own.
these so it's true. So we need power back to the people while these companies are just piggy banking off us, right? They're
Yes,
piggy
yes.
banking and they're basically using our data without our agreement, churning that data and then
And it's not
making
even
money out
without our agreement because we're so silly. We tick yes. We click
of
accept. We click
it.
terms and conditions without reading. Do you understand? So this is where I could say the use of our data online is what I would call knowledge is power. Because when
Yeah,
you don't know or understand what they're doing with your data, that's why they have the power and you don't. Once you
yeah,
own it, you can control it. And a
yeah.
lot of people don't own nothing.
Very true. What would you say to people watching this video in EV now? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of talented people watching this interview now, and a lot of talent. What would you say to the little guy who wants inspiration from this?
Read, research. So DYOR, do your own research.
Yeah.
Make sure you're reading, because school and college and stuff, they've traumatized us from wanting to read.
And
When I
they've
say
also not taught us financial education, have they?
no, 100% they
They've
haven't taught us none
blinded
of that.
us with history and geography,
Yeah, they blinded
which
us.
is
You know what I
nothing.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
because they programmed us to
They
become
program us in their
working
way.
humans.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Government
Because
way.
it's actually before this time. Because
Yeah.
when you research, this is
Yeah.
deep knowledge now. When you research and understand
Yeah.
why was schools created, they was created to help the slave owners communicate with the slaves. This is what you've got to remember and realize what a school
I'm
is.
with you, bruv. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So realistically, a school is a training field to
Yeah.
prepare you to go out and be a slave again.
Yeah.
But you just don't know that.
So it's basically making you just follow the herd
There
in
we
that
go.
sense.
Learn
This
how to do as
is
you're told.
So there you go, guys. If there's anything, it's all about learning, picking up books, going to events, guys. I can't stress that enough, for whoever's watching this, but also professionals alike. There's a lot of you that go to these events and are starting to take, your cusp of your own hands, your career back in your own hands, right? So you're taking the power. Um, where do you see the whole final question with this whole thing? Where do you see crypto going in the next 5 years, Dexter? I mean, there's a lot of regulation now. There was news from BlackRock, and look, to the little guy, pay attention to what's going on with the news, right?
Yeah.
I urge you, read the news, pick up the books. This could be your chance to, do well for yourself.
And I want to help you correct that sentence when we say read the news, because it's what news you're reading is what's having an effect on your brain.
That's
We're
right.
not talking BBC news.
They say it's who you are is what you read, right? So
there we go then. Yeah, yeah. So let's stop reading about Love Island, please, and
turn off
BBC.
X Factor and
Please.
please. Where's crypto then going? Where's the whole regulation going? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on since the
To
last
me,
week.
it's kind of like, to me, it's just common sense, but obviously common sense ain't common.
Yeah.
Look, if you understand history of money, the history of money was, I own boulders of gold. How do I get my boulders of gold across to you? It's too hard to travel with, right?
Yeah.
So they created this paper thing, yeah, which is IOU. So I don't have to travel with this boulders of money. Okay, cool.
It's
This
all in your
paper
wallet,
thing,
decentralized.
yeah. So this paper thing
Yeah.
then moved into, say, for instance, a card. So then this credit card, tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
And then if you go one step before the gold, we was trading. You've got a cow and I've got some chickens.
Yeah.
So I trade you for my chickens. But then we use the gold. Then we use coins. Then we
moved
use
up, didn't we?
Then we move card. Then we move digital. Now, when you understand what's happening is, it's going more and more invisible. Like your Wi-Fi. You don't see it, but it's there. The internet, you don't see it, it's there. Crypto, you don't see it, but it's there.
It's weird.
Now,
you don't see
how
it.
they've got us used to it, this is what you call conditioning now. So this is for people who understand how they've implemented this thing without you knowing and understanding. From the moment they implemented Oyster cards and tap, that was the moment it was history for money. Because all they need to do is get you used to just tapping.
Oh wow, didn't know that.
Tapping an object.
So
your
contactless.
watch, your phone, your card. As long as they get you used to not touching money, you won't have a problem when CBDC comes. That's the truth. And that's my own knowledge and my own assumption.
Wow. Powerful. So you're saying this whole concept of money has changed right beneath our eyes from what you just said.
Right beneath your eyes. You got to think about it. It was put there in whoever, I don't know no dates. I'm not good at history. But just say it's put there in the 19th centuries or 18th centuries. But all this time, it hasn't changed. It's just been money and we've just been printing it. Yeah, QE, quantitative easing. You've just
Yeah.
been printing and printing and putting us into recessions. Now it's bust. They need a new system. This
Right.
new system was launched in 2018 when gold stopped backing the dollar.
Yeah.
The new system was born, Bitcoin. They needed to start learning how they're going to implement this system for the future. Since then till now, it's happening. It's happening.
It is, bruv,
Or
bruv,
was it
bruv.
2008 when
There's a
Bitcoin came out?
aha
Not
moment there.
2018, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a aha moment. And maybe it goes back a few years, and now you see BlackRock. Wow, that's big news, isn't it? I mean, that's
Well, when you say
mind-blowing
the news
news.
of
So
BlackRock,
let's go back.
what's the news you've seen on BlackRock? What you're saying is mind blowing. Because I've known
I
about
think
BlackRock forever, like, and not for, I've known about BlackRock for a few years in terms of studying finances. BlackRock own half of everything.
they own the world, right? So they own pretty much the votes in government. They own how to backpedal
They own 40% of
votes.
Facebook.
Huh?
They own 40% of Facebook.
Yeah, they
They own
own Facebook.
40% of this. They own your
Those
toiletries.
ETFs are always approved by BlackRock. They've got a massive, like 71, I think, was it 591 out of one, like hit rate to approve an ETF. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
they've got a
their
very
hedge
big
funds
hit
are
rate when
crazy.
it comes to that. So their acceptance level is quite higher than, say, other ETFs. But what do I know about BlackRock is that the fact that is that it's just control in it. That's it at the end of the day. And they now need to get in and basically take out all these other exchanges that are not compliant to Western
Okay, so
jurisdictions.
they're behind Fed Now. So Fed
Yeah,
Now is just launched in America, which is gonna crush Cash App, which is
Going to crush
yeah.
Binance, Coinbase. Well, Coinbase might team up with BlackRock because there's a custodian service. But what I know for like just the average Joe watching this is that since the last few years I've been in this space, a lot has changed. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot has changed, and a lot's gonna continue to change. Do you
A lot's
understand?
going to continue to change, and this is where I think institutions are starting to gain a bit of leverage now over the little guy because they want you to tap out and take your Bitcoin, maybe.
Come on, you gotta think about it like this. This is what I mean about common sense.
It's common sense, but
What
it's
are
a
we
lot
all
of
out
reading,
here
like you
trying to
say.
do? Like, what are
Yeah,
we trying to do? We're trying to own
yeah,
stuff, right? We're trying to have a business, right? And in
yeah,
these two things, we need to have control of the consumer, right?
yeah,
In the ownership and the business, we need consumers. And we need to control how these consumers think in order for these two things to become successful, right? Now, just picture that on a global scale. They own the world, bruv. Do you
yeah,
understand? Of course
yeah,
they want us to comply because it's
yeah.
messing up their business.
It's messing up their business. And look, man, we can be here all day talking about this, but eventually they were going to cave in. Just a quick one. So tell us a little bit about your event and sort of finalize this interview. What's going on with that?
Okay, so amazing interview, by the way. And I
Thank you.
hope I've given value to the listeners. How I'm going to wrap this interview up is explaining to you the reason behind Black Tech Day.
Yeah,
Now, the first stage is I was a guest speaker at NFT London. The tickets was £500, and it was at Queen Elizabeth Centre.
right.
I was a guest at London Tech Week, Queen Elizabeth Centre. Tickets was £200. I attended Comic Con. I attended EGX. I attended all these big things that are for creatives, innovation, future
Crypto.
wealth, all of
Yeah,
these good stuff. No young Black boys or girls was there. And I
right.
won't say none, but you might as well say none.
Maybe it was too expensive or at this.
Too expensive, out of reach. When they say out
Yeah,
of sight, out of mind, we don't feel included. And from study, so this is factual, there's only 5% of Black people in tech.
wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Wow, there's only 3% of Black people in gaming. But when we spin it around, who do you think spends the most money in tech and gaming? Do you understand now?
Yeah.
So when we have to realize why am I putting on Black Tech Day is because I want Black people
Which
to
is
feel,
in August, right? It's coming up, is it?
yeah, August 19th, August 20th.
Cool.
So it's not to separate Black people. It's not to just being exclusive for Black people. It is the simple fact of making Black people feel included. My event was originally called Tech Taster Day. When that
Wow.
was happening, Black people still didn't feel included, even though I'm the founder. they hear the word tech and they don't feel included. So I had to put black in front of it to say, hey guys, this event's
Come
actually for
down,
you as well,
come down to the event. Yeah.
because I know you're gonna come.
You need the help. Yeah.
My white counterparts are gonna come.
Maybe they just feel like unheard, right? There's an
They just
unheard
feel
voice.
unheard, and they feel
Yeah.
like when they attend these
Yeah.
events,
I see
they
that.
feel
Yeah.
unwelcomed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how we feel. We
That's
feel
it.
unwelcomed. Like, right, we got to take off
Yeah.
our hat. Right, we
Yeah.
got to stand in line. We got to do stuff, and we just
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah.
right, you don't want us here. So
Yeah.
the reason for Black Tech Day
Yeah.
is to create history, and I say history because of these reasons. I'm going to be the first person. So whether I'm
Amazing.
Black, white, Chinese, the first person to take over the whole of LSBU University, South Bank University, 4 floors and about 35 rooms and all that, taking over the whole university to teach financial education, technology, and gaming. I'm really trying to help the underprivileged community. So this includes everyone now, disabilities, non-binaries, Black,
Poor
Asian,
backgrounds.
all this, deprived background. Because why? Where are these events usually held? Excel, Mayfair, Canary
Too
Wharf.
expensive for people.
We don't go those places.
Yeah. It's
So
too
I'm bringing
expensive
this.
as well.
I'm bringing all of that technical stuff, financial greatness
to your doorstep.
to my doorstep to
Right.
give
Okay.
everybody an equal opportunity to have access to the knowledge at least. Just have access to the knowledge at least. Whether you take it up or not, it's up to you. But you've got the opportunity now. You can't say I didn't know about it. I didn't get told. Do you know what I mean? So
I hear
that's
you.
what Black Tech Day is all about. It is financial education, technology, and gaming. August 19th, August 20th. It's where educators meet influencers who meet gamers who all meet the community.
Amazing. And that's to change someone's life as well.
That's to change someone's life, someone's family. How about that?
Someone's family.
Because if you change your life and your mindset, you're going to have enough knowledge or financial knowledge to help those around you. So it's changing family.
Guys, I hope everyone's tuned into this, and do come to that event. I think it's going to be a special day. Dexter's putting a lot of work. So if you know people, friends or families, family or family or whoever, friends or friends, just go to the link. How much are the tickets? Just
look, that's the beautifulest question you could have said, because I've just expressed the prices of £500 tickets, £200 tickets.
Yeah, which is so overvalued.
I'm going to blow your mind and tell you the first initial community price tickets was been out for 3 weeks. It's £10.
I mean, guys, that's literally a McDonald's.
It's £10. It's a McDonald's.
Yeah,
it's
or like a cup of coffee. So
I wouldn't say unfortunate, because even when it goes up, it's going to 30
there
quid.
You go.
Come on, I'm never going to go over
financial
£50.
education.
Come on.
We're talking peanuts here, guys, for a £10 ticket, man.
Yeah.
So do follow Dexter. If you need more information about this, go to his website. I know he's active on LinkedIn. Don't feel shy. This is for everyone inclusive. So maybe it might help change your life.
And I want to even touch on that when you said don't feel shy. I'm proper open. I'm not stuck up. I'm not trying to be better than anyone. I am trying to.
This is all real video, guys. This is not edited in any way.
I'm literally, seriously trying to provide a platform to create change and opportunity. So just tap in with me or just come. All of my network are friendly and want to help. So just come.
We keep this real here, guys. So this won't even be edited, guys. So anything final you'd like to say, Dexter?
I would like to say thank you again for having me, because you're giving me a platform, to get my voice heard. And I want to just say to everybody, believe in yourself. Knowledge is really power, but knowledge means nothing without implementation.
Financial education as well, guys. Don't
financial education is key, because, money is what's controlling majority of people. Money. And I've got some top secrets to let out after this event, like top secrets, and it's going to blow, people's mind when I explain.
What time does the event start? Is it from morning till night? Come anytime?
Till 6. Come anytime, but what I would advise is that you come early. Why? Because you're gonna miss out on the competitions, the giveaways, the panels, and this is what I also
education, guys.
And what I want to express on that bit is, when I go London Tech Week and it starts at 8 and 9, at 9:15 there's a panel on, and there's people.
We know where to sit as well sometimes.
You know what I mean? So don't come to our event at 4 and 3 and expect that. It's late. It starts at 10. Get there and have a line
early
outside.
and come
Let's create
at 10.
history. Let's create history. Let's have a line outside and let's show them that the opportunity that's been provided for us we're gonna
Yeah,
take advantage of it. Let's do
that's
that.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruv, what a great interview. Kept it real here. And I'm looking forward to getting this out. And yeah, an exciting time to be alive, mate. And I'm glad we got this
Really
happen at
is.
the end. Thanks a
I'm
lot, bruv.
happy
I
that you said
appreciate it,
that.
mate.
It's an exciting time to be alive, bro.
It's
100%.
exciting that people are watching this. So peace and love, bruv. Thanks a lot,
Peace and
man.
love, my
Let's
brother.
stay in
Thanks for
touch, yeah?
having me.
All
Yeah,
right,
for
safe.
sure. All right, take
Thanks,
care.
Dexter.
All right, bye.